I don't know. I guess there aren't a lot of native animals in Little Planet. Nah, that's not true. I don't know. I really don't know why it's like that. I don't know the lore behind that. Oh, I love this level. This level is cool. Wacky Workbench. Now the other cartoon, The Adventures of Sonic, I kind of did like that one because that one's supposed to be a little bit more lighthearted. And I only like it just because it contains just Sonic Tails. Oh, that's what I have to do. Contains Sonic, Tails, and Eggman, and he has like 2 badniks as his henchmen. Scratch and Grounder, I think is what they're called. Oh wow. I don't want to go into the future. Oh my god. And I only like it just because it really kind of ties in with the more Sonic the Hedgehog 2 narrative of just Sonic and Tails being buds and going on adventures together. Now the one I did grow up with and that I really kind of enjoyed was Sonic Underground, which I think that's everyone's least favorite one. But I don't know, it's because that was the one I watched first, and I just really liked it. I don't know, the concept of Sonic having siblings was kind of like whatever for me. But then, I don't know how I feel about Jahleel White voicing all 3 hedgehogs. Which, yeah, at that time, Jahleel White, after he was pretty much done with Family Matters, he was also known for voicing Sonic, because, you know, at the time, Sonic didn't really have a voice in the games. So I guess people here in the US just thought like, oh yeah, if Sonic had a voice, he'd sound like Jahleel White. Which, I mean, no disrespect to him, but just, I don't know. Probably my least favorite voice actor for Sonic out of all the voice actors that Sonic's had. But yeah, and Underground is basically like a mix between it's a mix between both Sonic SatAM and Adventures of Sonic in terms of like the tone. Like it's serious and lighthearted, and it does keep the premise of SatAM where, you know, Dr. Robotnik has taken over the world and they had to lead a resistance of freedom fighters, like, to oppose his rule and all. But the difference now is that he's doing it with his brother and sister. Damn it. Instead of a group of, well, friends that we had no idea who they are, because we've never seen them in the games. and then also they all play instruments and are in a band called Sonic Underground, with Sonic being the lead guitarist. What the hell happened? Huh. Oh my god, that's an issue. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix this real quick, so just give me a minute. Alright, I'm back. Just need to close the app and relaunch it, but unfortunately for that, I had to kind of restart this whole zone again, so and then seeing how I may or may not be able to make it back into the future, so I might as well just kind of redo this. Thank God this game has an autosave feature. If it didn't, I would have been screwed, and I would have had to do like this game all over again, or just run all over again. And that just means I would have wasted an hour of my life right there. Oh, but like I was saying, so yeah, Sonic was like the lead guitarist of the band. Now that I bring this up, I just noticed how kind of very ridiculous the premise for Underground was. Yeah, I could see why Underground wasn't a lot of people's favorite. I don't know. Honestly, if anything, I probably only kind of like it over the others, just because it's like probably for nostalgia. But other than that, I don't know about Underground. I mean, it's not like I didn't watch it. I never even finished watching the whole show, and it got canceled after like 40 episodes. Ah, that's the other thing, because apparently they also decided to make Sonic and his siblings be royal, which, I don't know, Sonic being royal or royalty just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, that is what the US had to work with for having lack of Sonic lore from Japan. I need to head down. Damn, I took damage. There's a passer. Damn it. Yeah, it's crazy. Not when I was kind of like describing Sonic Underground, it just kind of hit me as to like, it does sound a little ridiculous. And like I said, the fact that that Jahleel White basically voices Sonic and his siblings, it just does get a little weird. I mean, his voice does change enough. His voice does change enough between both, or like each sibling, but still, like, you hear it and you can tell it's Jahleel White. See, okay, I'll even you can even like you can even use like a I can give you a reference as to like how like they sound, right? So, have you watched Family Matters? Well, first of all, Sonic in that show has like two siblings. He has a brother and a sister. So, his brother's, oh my god, his brother's name is Manic, and he's a green hedgehog, and he's a drummer. And he's basically kind of like the street smart of the trio. Like, he grew up on the streets and all that, and yeah, he grew up on the streets, so he's like very street smart. And then he has a sister, her name is Sonia. She's like a magenta color. And she grew up, she basically grew up rich. rich or part of the rich class or high class. So, you know, she's kind of like your typical like spoiled princess type character. But because of, yeah, but she does have her uses because due to her like nobility, her status and nobility and all that, she tends to be like the most educated of the trio, and she can basically get them to places that they normally wouldn't be able to, that they normally wouldn't be able to. Oh my god. And she plays the piano / keyboard. But anyways, so I'm not sure if you've heard, or yeah, when Jahleel White does the voice of Sonic, he basically just sounds like himself. So if you know what he sounds like when he normally talks, that's basically what Sonic sounds like. When he does Manic's voice, well, okay, no, I'll take that back. Well, yeah, no, I'm right, but also, like, you watch Family Matters, like, cause when he does Stefan, right, that's kind of like his normal voice as well. So that's what Sonic sounds like. You can use that as a reference. Now, when he voices Manic, it's funny because he kind of sounds like he's stoned. That's what Manic always kind of sounded like to me, like he was stoned. Obviously, you don't hear, you don't see Steve Urkel stoned or anything, so you can't really use that for like that Family Matters reference if you watched it. But then you have what else is there? Can I even get up there? Nope. But okay, and then Sonia. This is the one that kind of like bothers me a little bit, because Sonia is supposed to be a girl, right? Not that I'm not saying that men can't voice women, because I mean, a lot of times in media, women tend to voice boys. But to be fair, that's just because if you want a boy voice, do you either get an actual like young boy to do it, which the only problem with that is, one, you gotta deal with child actors now, and two, depending on how long you want your series to run and whether like your character actually grows up or not, that becomes an issue, because you know, boys, once they go through puberty, their voice changes like significantly, and it's like good luck trying to believe that a character that's supposed to be like, I don't know, like 10 years old or something sounds like a 16-year-old man or a 16-year-old boy, I guess. So I could get why they do that with women, or with like male, like, you know, young male characters. But I don't know, it's just because it's females. I mean, I guess you might as well just get a female at that point if you want a female voice. Unless, I guess, you want the female to sound a little bit more masculine, then I guess you do get a male actor, voice actor. But I don't want to get into all that. Either way, his voice for Sonia basically sounds like Steve Urkel, and it just, when I hear her talk, it really just kind of, it bothers me a little, just because when I hear her talk, I basically just hear Steve, and it's like, okay, that's a little weird for me, just because I just don't see Sonia, I see Steve, and for me it's like, that's a little weird. I mean, I get they're supposed to be siblings, and maybe they just wanted to make, well, one, they already look the same, so the distinction's already there, the resemblance. I don't think they really have to make the voices all that similar either. So yeah, there's that. And then, because the show is basically mainly revolves around them three. There are a few. I mean, there are the cast and the cast of characters in that show is very small. I mean, you got your villains and stuff, and a couple like guest characters here and then, or one-off characters. But most of the time, it's those three, and they interact with each other a lot. And it's also weird to think, since Jahleel White voices all three of them, that basically for like most of that show, it was probably just, or no, it was just him in that recording booth all by himself, just basically talking with himself like back and forth. So I don't know. Yeah, now that I think about it, yes, I can see why a lot of people don't like Sonic Underground. Thank God though they stopped making those shows afterwards. Like I said, it's not like I hate them. I will still sit down and watch all of them. They're all enjoyable in their own regard, but I just really wouldn't take them all that. I don't know. I guess they're enjoyable to watch, whether you're a Sonic fan or not. But since I'm a huge Sonic fan, and well, now they've done a lot to add a lot of lore to the Sonic universe, I do kind of like, not really a huge fan of the direction they decide to take Sonic for those cartoons, so it's whatever. I mean, you know, if you were growing up in the 90s and you wanted more Sonic and delve into Sonic's world, that's all you had, because, like I said, Japan was still, like, trying to work on the lore for this game and all, like, set up a universe. So, I don't blame the US for doing what they did, and at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure, well, it seems like a lot of kids from the 90s who were Sonic fans like the cartoons, so more or less, I guess. I mean, it's not like they're masterpieces. It's like the best thing you've seen, so, or the best Sonic media out there. So I'd say the best for me would have to be. It has to be either Sonic X, just because that one closely resembles the, or it stays really true to the lore, or to the game lore. Yeah, to the game lore and the characters themselves. And then the other one is Boom, which, I mean, for what it is, it's really funny. I like it. At first I didn't like it because, well, I really wasn't a huge fan of the Boom theme. But I watched the series, and it was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed it. While it doesn't stay true to the game universe, because Sonic Boom is its own universe. But I don't know. When I watch that, I try not to watch it. I try not to see it as a Sonic cartoon. I try to see it more as like just a very hilarious cartoon, like in general. I mean, that cartoon is pretty meta, I gotta say. It does make a lot of it does have a lot of social satire on like modern issues, but at least at the same time, it's not super cringy. Like, I hate like how a lot of games now and cartoons and movies try to like appeal to like the generation now by doing stuff like trends and like things like TikTok and other stuff like that. The only which I hate, because all that stuff in general, in my opinion, is pretty cringy. Like, I find TikTok pretty cringy. And like, you know, a lot of the stupid trends that people like to do nowadays, I also find it pretty cringy. And I guess just like words, like when people like to say like hashtag and all that. I'm talking about like saying it, like not posting it on like on your Instagram pics. But yeah, they try to do that to kind of to be relatable to the younger audience. But the only problem with that is jokes like that and pop culture references may be like appreciated at the time, but once the years pass by, those jokes will get really outdated really quick. I'm trying to think of a couple of shows that do that where like the jokes got outdated really quick. I don't know. I can't name it off the top of my head. Oh my god, I fell. I like this boss theme, it's really cool. It's really funky. Oh my god. If you haven't guessed by now, the bosses in this game are not your traditional Sonic bosses. The approach to them is not as simple as just hitting him. So I guess right now, like I'm not supposed to. Or actually, I was supposed to hit him there. I knew I was gonna die. Yeah, you'll notice that the approach to the bosses in this game, or the boss battles in this game, aren't as simple as just hitting him. Like they're a little more, I don't know, a little more unique, which I guess I like, because it's not as simple as, oh, just dodge the attacks, wait for an opening and attack. Like, you know, you saw in Quartz Quadrant, you don't even physically attack him, you just gotta dodge his attack and just keep running, keep running at max speed so you like make the ground underneath him like get destroyed. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, for me it has to be either Boom or Sonic X. The only thing I don't like about Sonic X is I just hate Chris. I hate Chris Thorndike so much. I don't know why they added him. I don't know why they felt like they needed to add him, but he was so annoying because he was basically there to kind of replace Tails as Sonic's best friend. I mean, Tails is in that show, but still, I just feel like they were really trying to make Sonic and Chris have like the best friend dynamic. I don't really like that. And then yeah, Chris always just kind of came off to me as a bit of a bitch. I just don't like him. And then he doesn't really, he's like not even that useful. He's just a kid. I mean, I guess he gets a little useful in like the final season because I guess, you know, I don't know, it's like some time travel or some like difference in time stuff, because it's like, I guess he was an adult, like time had passed. Well, I mean, I don't know, I don't really want to get into this because then I have to explain the whole premise of the show. All I want to say right now is it's just because I'd rather kind of get more into Sonic X when I get to Sonic Adventure, the adventure games. But for now, all I'm gonna say is, yeah, he just became only a little more useful in the last season, but still, I just really hated Chris. He was so annoying.